Hi everyone. I want to show you around AI Drive and including AI Drive Pro features so you can really understand how this can turbocharge the way you work with your documents and make you a lot more efficient. So let's get started. Usually you're going to start with AI Drive and you're going to see this a big call to action here to upload a file. You can drag files here or even folders, but here we're just going to go and click select file as the main action. And here we have a few files, so you can select just one or actually more than one file, or including folders. And I'm going to select all the files first, and then we're going to come back for the folders. So I'm going to do this, and you see the files are uploading. One thing that you're going to notice is that as the files upload, they show this like green check mark, which means they're ready. If you click here on the little folder, you're going to see them kind of flashing over here. Or if you click on the file itself, then the PDF viewer will open. One thing you can see is this little kind of circle here going around, and that means we're processing your file. We're using AI to extract some key information so we can fill it up. And this is a pro feature. We'll give it in just a little bit of it for free users. And if you want that for all your files, you can upgrade to Pro. And as you can see here, we're starting to extract some of this information. So in this case, titles for these files, what they're about. Like, so this is the Great Gatsby book. This is a new vehicle purchase. And you can actually edit these columns. And I'm going to go and have a short description here. So you can have that as well. So as you can see, it says, oh, this file here is a case that involves, something related to MoneyGram, and it's a Supreme Court case. You have the title of the case here. So this is all the information that we're extracting using AI to AI Drive. You see that this one didn't extract, and it's showing this other icon here, which means the file actually wasn't a searchable PDF. It was a picture of a page of text. So we need to run OCR. And for pro users, we run this automatically as soon as we detect that that is needed. So that's what's happening here. We're also going to upload a folder. So that's another option that you have here. You can go and do a folder upload. And here you go. I'm going to get this papers folder here and just go through this checkbox. And then it starts doing the same process here. You see the files are uploading and going through that. The other thing that I wanted to show you is you can actually adjust the size of these columns as well. So maybe you're more interested in title, so you can come here, kind of grab this and then adjust, right? You can remove some of these columns here if you're not interested in them. So you can remove like uploaded on, and now you have more space here to go and just kind of like adjust these things. So you just go and do it. So that's another option. The other thing that you can do is sort, right? So you can, if you click on the columns themselves, you can sort by title, by description, and I'm just going to bring that back here. The uploaded on, that's another option, usually very popular. We default sorting by uploaded on, so you can always find your files. So that's what you can do there. And the other thing that you can do is actually, instead of showing a list of files, show a card view, which a lot of people prefer, because when you look at this, now you have the description of the file right, in the card itself. So you can quickly see, oh, okay, this is the case, this is the book, this is, this is an RFP, this is a case, and so forth, so on. So you can see that more easily. So that's another thing that we do there. And the other next thing that I want to show you is our PDF viewer, right? So we put a lot of work on that, and you can just go and click in any of these files, and a PDF viewer is going to open on the side. So you see here, the PDF is rendered, and you can do all the things that you can do with a typical PDF viewer, but I'm going to just highlight a few of these. So one of them is that you can jump directly to a page that you're interested in, and it's just going to go directly there. We actually cache these PDFs so that you can quickly go through them. So that's one of the things that we do. You can also search, right, and say, okay, I'm going to search for the word, for the name Daisy, right? And then we're going to show you exactly where it shows. So you see like right there, Daisy here, and so forth and so on. So this is the other thing that we do with the search. And I'm just going to close this. Of course, you have Zoom. You can make it full screen. So these are all options here. You can download the file. So, and this is super important for us, right? Your files are your files. So you upload them here. If you want to take them out at any time, just come in and click download and it goes out. You can print. So it has all the basic functionality that you would expect. And I'm actually going to move on to this other file here. So I'm just going to click here and it's opening this other file. And this is the interesting thing. This is the file that we were running the OCR for. And you see now it says file OCR completed. So instead of that running thing, it just says OCR. And what you can see here is that actually for this file, it's even sideways, but we scanned that anyway. So the text is here and you can go and search and do all the things that you're doing. The other thing that the PDF viewer allows you to do is to actually rotate this text, right? So you can actually see it properly. So that's something that is useful as well. I also wanted to show you that we have this navigation here. So if you're going through your PDFs and you want to kind of go back to one that you just saw, you can just click here and it's going to load the previous one, right? So we basically keep a kind of like a memory of that. And you can clear up that memory. I'll show you how later on in this demonstration. So I'm going to close the PDF viewer here. And I'm going to go back to the list format. You see the OCR badge here, meaning this file was OCR. And so I wanted to show you that you can just come in here and click on one of these files or more, right? So you can hold shift and click like 3 files, right? So as many as you want. And this bar opens here, showing a bunch of the functionality that you have available. And so what you can see here is that there are many things that you can do. So you can copy the files to go to ChatGPT. So basically what this does is it opens this prompt editor, right? So in the prompt editor, you can actually go in and say, I want a summary of this file, right? Or you can ask for search for something specific or extract some information. And you can, and if you click here, we're going to save this prompt. So it's available to you again if you come back to this folder. So you save the prompt and you copy the actual link to, so you can go to ChatGPT and use that. So the blue bar has many different functionality you can use, including download the file. We talked about OCR. Sometimes what happens is a file has some text in it, but some of the rest of the file hasn't been OCR'd yet, so it's not searchable. And in those cases, we don't run the OCR automatically, but you can always come here and trigger the OCR. Especially as a pro user, you're always able to do this and can come and trigger the OCR. You can rename the files, right? And so here I come in and I click rename. And when you rename, you can just change this name automatically, right? Or, which more interesting, you can click use the AI extracted title to be the actual file name, right? And a lot of people like this feature because many files, they don't have any, like the file names don't mean much. There's a bunch of numbers and letters like this one. But because we extracted a title for that file using AI, then now you can use basically just copy that title and make that the name of the file. So I'm just going to do that here, and we're going to go back and we'll see what happened there. So what you see here is that file was now renamed, and I think the one that we just did is this one, yeah, the Supreme Court one, which is now, it's called the Delaware versus Pennsylvania, right? So it's actually a name for that file that is more meaningful. So that's one of the things that we do here with AI Drive as well, using AI to rename your files. You can do that even in bulk. So you can come here and select 4 files, and you can say I want to rename, and you're going to rename all them in using, the AI extracted files. And you can always go back to the original file name. So we keep that. So that's something that just so you know, you can always go back to that original name. The other thing that you can do, and I'm just going to show you that as well, is you can click here in this info, and then here we show a lot of the information about that file. Here you can see what I just talked about, which is the original name of that file, which was that kind of like all letters and numbers, and now the new name of the file, which was extracted from with the AI. So it's a much better much more readable there. So the other thing that you can do here, and I'm going to go into a folder now to show another functionality that we have. So if we go into a folder, and this is the folder we uploaded, and this has like quite a few files in there. And I'm going to click. So here we already showed to you there's the card view, right? And there's the list view. But you can also, inside a folder, go and show this folder visualization. And this can be really interesting because what we do is we look, and you can see these points here, and we look at all the files and the descriptions of those files that we extracted using AI, and we kind of try to group them to see how similar they are, right? And if you click on these, you see you have this file here, and you can go and view the PDF for that file and explore this kind of cluster of files that are grouped as being similar. So this is something that you can do as well. And let me show you. I'm just going to dismiss this. So yeah, so here you have this visual representation of a folder. And you can see there's these different kind of groupings of files. And the reason they're grouped, and I'll show you here, is that because we saw, or AI basically looked at this and saw that the description of this file is similar to a file, to another file, and then you put them together in a cluster. So it's a good way to have a folder full of documents to find what kind of documents are related to the other ones, and uses that description that is extracted with AI. And you can just click here, and it opens the PDF viewer, so you can actually verify those things and be able to kind of see these files as how they relate to each other. So I'm just going to click on this other one here. You see opening the PDF viewer, and you can navigate here to show the different files. And as you click, you can show their descriptions as well. So that's a nice way for you to see which files are related to each other. So that's another view that we have. And let's go back here. The other thing that I want to show, and so I want to show you how you can actually share a file. So if you go here, yep, that feature is not available here, so we're not going to do that. I also want to show you that everything that we extract with AI, so the title, description, and so forth, you can export by clicking on this button here, and that exports all this information in a CSV format, so you can open that on a spreadsheet. So it's a great way for you to get even more value from AI Drive and take this information out and download that to your computer. So that's great. The thing that we allow you to do now, especially pro users, they have very high limits of this. Free users will be able to do a little bit, which is just run a quick summary of one of these files. And we have a range of models that are available here to be able to use. But with quick summary, it's not just summary. You can come in here and say, ask any question about this file, right? So I can say, tell me about the methodology used, and you just go, and that's going to quickly use this model. And this is not even using your AI cycles on the ChatGPT side. It's basically using the AI that exists in AI Drive. And so this is very useful, and you can actually edit this text here. And I have other view just showing how all of this works, but you can add it, make it bold, and make whatever changes you want. You can include the prompt that you used, and here at the bottom we explain what kind of model we use, how many pages we looked into, and you can go and save this as a document in the folder, so it becomes a PDF that you can use again. So that's kind of super useful here. Another thing that you can do, and this, we're going to continue investing in this functionality of the quick summary, and we're going to be bringing you all the best models that are available in the market. And for pro users, of course, a higher limit in your access to the more sophisticated, more expensive models. Yeah, so that's some of the things that you can do. I want to show some other functionality that exists here. So we have this little kind of bug, the OpenAI symbol here, and right now it has this kind of a green check mark. And this is good to keep an eye on because if you're using our functionality by copying the links from here and taking to ChatGPT, it depends on OpenAI working or having their systems working well. So when it's green, it seems as far as we can tell, based on how OpenAI publishes the status of their systems, is that everything looks good. And you can click here, we explain, right? API operational, ChatGPT operational. And we remind you that even if this stuff is down, you can use the quick summary on AI Drive itself, which doesn't depend on that. You even uses other providers besides OpenAI to do your work with AI. You can also change the language, right? So you just can come in here and change the language. So you can see the titles here or the columns, they changed, and the interface changes to your in the preferred language that you may have. I want to show you as well. Here, usually you have your initial or the initial of your email, and there's some important functionality here. One of them show you how much of quick summary you have used. So there's a cap, but you can keep track of how much you have. If you need more, you can always purchase more. And then there's account information, of course, your email and information when you sign in and so forth. What kind of subscription you have. If you click here, you can go manage your subscription, and we use Stripe for that. And so you can change things there, cancel your subscription, do what you need to do. And then in usage, we again show you how much of the functionality or the pro functionality of summary and OCR you have used. So you can keep track of that and see if you need to purchase more. So that is the functionality you have here. In addition, of course, you can log out. There's also this clear cache functionality, which, like I said before, with the PDF viewer, as you view different PDFs, we keep, a copy of that in the short-term memory or the cache, so that you can go through them faster. But if you want to clear that for privacy reasons on your computer, you can just come in here and clear that. So that's available as well. So this is a lot of the functionality that you have here. I want to show you as well, and of course, don't want to forget that in account, you always have the option to delete your account. So that's a self-service thing. We want you to use the product as much as you want. But we provide all the functionality you need to manage your account. In addition to that, we publish here, and sometimes this becomes blue with a little balloon here. And these are our release notes, right? Showing everything that we have been publishing. And we ship a lot of features, and we try once a week to kind of summarize all of that in release notes. So you have all of that here. I also want to show you, and I'm going to go back to AI Drive here, how you can get help in the product itself. So if you click on this contact us button at the bottom right, you have access to the welcome tutorial that shows you how to use the pro functionality. So this is for pro, but if you're a guest user or a free user, you can also still see this. So that's available, and lots of kind of good tutorials there. You also have these video tutorials on using the use cases, how you can use AI PDF and AI Drive. So I recommend checking that out as well. And then, of course, if you need to contact support, we're here for you. Just click on the last option, and that is available there too. So those are some of the options that we have. Now I want to show you how you can use AI Drive as a way to just store all the links that you're going to use with the AI PDF GPT in the GPT store. So the way that you're going to do that, there's a few ways to do it. So I'm going to show from the simpler one to the more sophisticated one. So as you can see here, you have the files that we uploaded, and maybe the simplest thing you can do is just click New Chat. So that basically opens our GPT or the AI PDF GPT and already pastes the link to the file there. And then the GPT says, oh, what do you want to know about this file? And so in this case here, I'm going to just say I want a summary. And so if I ask for a summary of this file, and it's talking to our services here, and then it does the summary that we ask for. You can do the same thing and just say you want to search for some information or extract some information from it. I want to call out something interesting here. So this is a very long file. And in this GPT environment, we can only return a relatively small part of the file to be summarized. So here it says, well, the document is lengthy, covered pages 1 to 29. You can always come in here and say, continue the summary, and it will pick up from where it stopped. So you will see it continue from that page and keep going. So that's one way for you to do that. The other way to do it, which allows you to summarize much bigger documents in one pass, is to go and do that directly in AI Drive using the quick summary functionality, because there we're not restricted by this type of environment on the GPT. So here you see, the summary continuing from page 30 to 57 and so forth and so on. So that's for one way of doing that. The other way you can do is just say, and I'm going to go into this here, I'm going to copy the link, right? So you can copy the link to the clipboard just by clicking here, and then you paste on the GPT. So very similar. And then finally, the other way you can do is click here, which brings the prompt editor. And here you can actually enter a more sophisticated prompt that will be saved in AI Drive, so you don't lose it later. It will be saved at this folder level, and you can come back to this prompt later on. So you can say something like, extract the key information for this RFP, in this case, this type of document here. And I'm going to save the prompt and copy to the GPT. And so then you can go back here, and I will start a new chat, and we can just paste that, and you see the prompt is there. And then this is what we have done by the GPT here. So you see the key information being extracted. So I'm going to stop this here. And the other thing that I want to show you is how you can do that for multiple files. So you can come here and up to, and I'm actually going to go into the papers folder here because that will make a better example. So you can say, okay, I want to go and select 5 of these files, right? And then I'm going to click here, copy files to ChatGPT. And you see that now we're pasting all of the links to all of the 5 files here. So you can go up to 5 of these files to do the same type of work. Beyond that, you're going to use folder search, which I'm going to show. So if you can see here, if we try to select the 6th file, and you're going to see that there is a limit here on where you can't select where that option doesn't become available anymore, right? So you see now after that it becomes the gold icon, and then if you click, it says pro users can chat with multiple files via folder links, right? So that's what you can do. And so I'm going to show you how to do that using the folder search. So if you want to talk to more than those 5 files, you want to use the folder link. And the folder link is right here. So you can see here in gold, and you can just click there, and then you see that the link is actually to a folder and not to just one specific file. And then I can ask a question. Let's say, provide a table with all files that, provide a table with files that talk about some topic here. So I'm just going to say reinforcement learning, and provide links to the source. So I'm going to now click here, it's copy to clipboard, and we go back to the GPT. I'm going to open a new chat here, and just pay attention to where you're doing that. You need to be doing that on the AI PDF GPT, not in just any GPT there. or even ChatGPT. The links from AI Drive work on the PDF AI, PDF GPT. So I'm going to paste that here, and we're going to run it. And let's see what's going to do. So it's talking to our service and searching through all of the files that are in the folder. Even if you have hundreds or even more than 1,000 files there, we're going to search through that and bring in the most relevant results, right? So these are the most relevant results that we see there. And the cool thing is providing these links, right? So these links, and I'm just going to stop this here. These links go back to the source document. So here we have this document, and if you click on the link, it's going to open AI Drive and open the PDF that he was talking about, or even open on the page that he was talking about. So that's very powerful functionality. If you have our Chrome extension, which you can download directly from the Chrome Web Store, or our Edge extension from the Microsoft Edge Store, you can open this directly next to the IPF GPT. And I have other videos in the tutorials that show how to do that. All right, thank you.